obstacles is not about the external. It is about your internal stage being so low, being so powerless that everything looks like an obstacle. Yes, so obstacle, anything that is causing you discomfort, looks like a challenge, is not, difficult per se, but it is difficult in proportion to your stage. So if your stage is low, then the obstacle is big. So Baba asks us to build that stage where we are free from obstacles. And I would like to think about what is an obstacle. So what is the definition of an obstacle or a vighan? So we call it vighan in Hindi, and vighan is a very good word. So Baba says that what is a vighan first? So let's say you earned a certain amount of money, and then you're not earning that much because of some circumstances. Is that a vighan? So that is not a vighan, but that becomes a vighan if you start thinking that I cannot do as much seva as I did because I have less money now. Okay, so anything on the external is not a vighan if it doesn't break your spirit. So we are very high spirited. Baba has filled us with high spirits, and anything that breaks our spirit is a vighan. So anything on the external that is not able to break your spirit is not a vighan. Okay, and on this path we must understand that the only vighan is when we stop following Srimad. So the only target of Maya is to make you sleep in Amrit Vela, make you miss Murli, make you be absent for seva, make you compromise on your purity. So that is the obstacle actually. So if an external situation is translating into a frame of mind where you feel that you have to compromise on Srimad, that is a vighan, right? And Baba says that you should always be nirvighan, free from obstacles. How do you always be nirvighan? When you are able to keep your spirits high despite everything, despite anything and everything happening, if you are able to continue your purusharth and your seva, you are able to continue following Srimad and doing seva, then that is the stage of being nirvighan. Yes, and let's take one example where somebody has everything going in their favor. Good health, good relationships, lot of money, but they are not paying attention to following Srimad, making effort or doing seva. So they are in a lot of vighan. So they are actually into a lot of obstacles. and those obstacles are coming from their own sanskars, which they don't realize. But if there are a lot of internal and external circumstances which are stopping you from making effort and doing seva, but you're still able to uphold that stage where you constantly, you don't give in to situations, or don't give in to the fluctuations of your mind, and you keep making effort and keep doing seva, then you are called free from obstacles. So are you free from obstacles? So that is the question you need to ask yourself. And I remember there was this one situation where there were a lot of external circumstances which were not favorable to me. And in that situation, there was this one Mata, and she was very disappointed with the way things were. She was, she was feeling really bad for me. And then she just sat like this and she said, Didi, now what will you do? So I said, what will I do? I'll get up at Amrit Vela tomorrow and again conduct the class. What will I do? What else can I do? Yes. So we can only do that much, right? We can only do what Baba has asked us to do, and rest is up to Baba and Rama. So you see, that's the way you become nirvighan. So and anyways, you cannot control what you cannot control. So why waste your time and thought after it? But Maya will always tell you that, why is this like this and why is that like that, and then she will make you get caught in all those questions and those question marks. But the simplest way to stay nirvighan is, don't ask why. So when you ask why, it becomes your problem. When you don't ask why, you accept. Acceptance doesn't mean you stop because of it. So accepting a situation doesn't mean that you stop your effort, you stop your seva because of it. But acceptance means that you don't question it, you don't think about it, you have got nothing to do with the vighan. You just have to focus on what you have to do despite all of it. And if you look at it, are we not free to make effort and do seva? So this is something very personal. So nobody can stop you from doing that. So because if everything else is not there, you can just remember Baba in your heart, and you can just do seva, mansa seva. So in any case, you see, nobody can stop you. And even if there is a situation like COVID, could it stop seva? So students couldn't come to the center, nothing could happen, but then still online seva was there. So Baba will always make you find a way. But the thing is, are you in that high spirit that you can look at that opportunity, or does your intellect get caught up in questioning the vighan? Yes, if you start questioning, this question why, this why has no answer. Why is it like this? Why is there COVID? Why is nature behaving like this? Why is this person behaving like this? Yes, so there's no answer to this why. So don't get caught up in the why. Just keep making your effort. And there is another quality to being obstacle free or nirvighan. And what is that? Your effort should grow. So don't stagnate. Yes, if you're remembering Baba for 1 hour a day today, then it shouldn't be 1 hour after 1 year also. It should increase to 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours, because you see that if Maya makes you stagnate, that's also a Vighan. And the beautiful thing is, if I'm meditating every day for 1 hour, then is that 1 hour not filling me with the energy to meditate more tomorrow? Yes, is that 1 hour not increasing my real time and energy? So this is also beautiful. And we are in the Chadti Kalaka Yug. We are in this age of ascension. This Sangam Yug, this confluence age, is blessed with this quality that everything in this Sangam Yug will grow and you will ascend. This is a stage of ascension. So Baba says that in this age, what should ascend first? What should grow first? So your remembrance, your effort, your seva should continuously grow. And I don't think that you need to make any extra effort for it. Even if you're making a right amount of effort with an honest heart, then you are always blessed with growth. Your chart of remembrance, your understanding of Gyan, your dharana of purity, your seva will always increase, because that's the blessing of Sangam Yoga. And if as a Brahmin I'm stagnating, that's another obstacle. And once if you're stagnating, then what will happen? You will see that others who came late are going faster than you. And then you start feeling disappointed because of that. So, but that is also a Vighan, because if you're not progressing with time, and then you have to check what is it because of which I'm not able to do more Purusharth, more Seva. And Baba today says that when you become obstacle free, then you give weak souls the power to be powerful. So you see that when you are able to continue your Purusharth and Seva despite everything, yes, when you are able to continue despite everything, then even those who had become hopeless because they face similar obstacles and they gave into it, they will feel encouraged and they will feel, they will have a heart full of hope, and they will feel that, if they can do it, I can also do it. And I remember there was this one Mata, and she had she used to come to the center, and her husband used to get very angry because of that. And then she used to every day come despite that, and she never discussed it also in the class or anything. But once I asked her to share her experience in the class, and then she said that my husband used to get angry on me when I came to the center for 5 continuous years, but I just kept coming to the center. I never stopped, and I just kept giving good wishes to him that he is also getting Baba's wishes, because I am a member of the family and I am going to the center, and sooner or later he will also belong to Baba. And then 5 years later, she was saying that there was a remarkable change in his behavior. So she said that he had reached that point where if she didn't come to the center one day, he would ask, you didn't go to the center today? So he would just ask this, and not that he would comment or anything, but he would just ask. So she said that you just have to keep doing your thing, and then everything gets better. And then, I remember after that experience sharing, there were at least 3 4 matas in the class who started coming regularly. And earlier they used to give into that, give into that situation where the husband would get angry. But when they listened to this experience, they also started getting that courage. So Baba says, when other souls around you see that you're making effort despite everything, then they also understand that we can also do this. And when you are Shakti Swarup, when you're powerful, then just like when you're knowledgeful, you can donate knowledge through words. When you're powerful, you donate power through your actions. And this is a very beautiful thing. So when you're powerful and you don't even have to say anything, just the act that you continue despite everything gives everyone that power to do that. So Baba says this is what you can do as seva. And Baba says, experience the stage of being a master, almighty authority, and the atmosphere will then become powerful. So always remember that I am the master, almighty authority, and I have the power to continue come what may. Do you have the power to continue come what may? Or do you tell yourself that, oh, if this happened, then maybe I won't be able to continue? No. We have the power to continue come what may. And Baba says that's the sign of a master, almighty authority. And when you are like that, then the atmosphere around you becomes very powerful. And any soul who comes in contact with that atmosphere, they pick on that power and they also start becoming powerful. And never forget the definition of power. The definition of power is to continue doing your Purusharth and Seva come what may. That is the definition. Continue being virtuous, continue being effort makers in Purusharth, and continue being Sevadhari. Come what may. That's what powerful means. Powerful doesn't mean you abuse somebody or you shout at somebody or you abuse your position and your authority and power and put somebody down. That's not powerful. Powerful means you are in a stage where you are able to, be virtuous, be effort making, and be a sevadhari despite everything. And when you are like that, you earn Baba's and the children's blessings, and that is the asset of a powerful soul. So this is being obstacle free. And Baba today also has given us this one Shrimad, very important. Never let stones emerge from your mouth. Yes, or your intellects will turn into stone. Yes, never let stones emerge from your mouth. So even if anybody throws 100 stones at you or 1,000 stones at you, I don't know how many they can throw, but don't collect them in your heart, and don't let stones emerge from your mouth. Don't speak anything which doesn't suit a Brahmin. So even if somebody is abusing you or defaming you or whatever they are doing, never spoil your mouth. Always, this mouth is for sharing Baba's knowledge. This mouth is not for criticizing somebody or not for saying abusive words for somebody. No. Baba says even if somebody spoils their karma, you stay away from it, because your karma will create your destiny. And if you start pelting stones from your mouth, yes, then what happens is your intellect will become a stone intellect. Then your buddhi will not receive gyan. You will only receive those. And you see, this world is a full of. I once saw this very good advertisement where, there was this garbage truck, and this garbage truck would only get loaded, every minute it's getting fuller and fuller, and then it starts unloading anywhere on the road because it's overloaded. So everybody has become like that garbage truck these days. And they will start unloading wherever they are extra full. But you save yourself from that. You don't pick on that. Otherwise, you will also be full of that same garbage. And then what happens? Your intellect will stop receiving gyan. It will only be thinking about that garbage of others. So, just put a full stop. And I remember, there's this Mata, and she was sharing this experience. She said that my sister-in-law, she betrayed me, and whatever she said, yes. And then she said she took all the money and she didn't give us anything, and she told 100 things. I don't know how many are true or whatever, but she was sharing this. And then she said, and then they are living a very good life, and I am every day, I'm checking their Facebook, and I'm checking what they're doing, and I'm checking their page, and I feel really bad, and I always get this, I get triggered when I see these things. So I said, why do you check her Facebook? Why do you have to go and check her Facebook? So she said, should I block her? So I said, no, even if you block her, you'll go and check by some other ID. So don't do that. You have to block her here. Don't, if you have understood that, there is some karmic account, and because of that, things went bad, and there was bad exchange of words and whatever. Now you have to not perpetuate the cycle. Somebody has to put an end to it, right? So you don't put an end through mutual agreement. It's not like you both have to agree to put an end to it. No, you just withdraw your part. You stop thinking, you stop discussing, you stop talking about them. So when you stop that, then what happens is your intellect is focused on Baba. So Baba says that this is very important, and Baba says never allow stones to come out of your mouth. And then Baba today says that we are the children whose fortune has been awakened by Baba, and we are the ones who are responsible, who have been made instruments to awaken the fortune of Bharat. And Baba says we should have the intoxication of that. Yes, now if you, so let's say there is something in the world which intoxicates, let's say alcohol. Can you get intoxicated by just having alcohol or drinking alcohol? So you cannot be intoxicated by just having it. When you drink it, you get intoxicated. Similarly, Baba has awakened our fortune. Just knowing that is not enough. How has Baba awakened our fortune? How has Baba awakened? So you see, yesterday Baba told us that you must always sing the songs of your fortune, not of your weakness. Yes, so Baba said, but there was this one brother, and he asked me a very interesting question. He said, if I'm always singing, I'm very fortunate, I'm very fortunate, I belong to Baba, and I don't mind my weaknesses, that I'm not doing any seva or I'm not getting up at Amrit Vela. So, does Baba mean that don't focus on your weakness and just keep singing your fortune? So I said, you see that Baba says that don't count your weaknesses in a physical way. So, like I don't have enough, or I'm not beautiful, or I'm not rich, or I'm not talented. Not that way. But when it comes to fortune, you have to understand that fortune is connected to karma. Can you sleep at Amrit Vela and sing, I am very fortunate? You cannot sing that. Fortune is connected to karma. How does Baba awaken our fortune? By teaching us the karma which creates our fortune. Yes, so only when we pay attention to that karma, only when we pay attention to remembering Baba, when we pay attention to following Shrimat about purity and about not missing the Murli, and the Shrimat of doing seva through the body, mind and wealth, only then can we sing the praise of how fortunate I am. Otherwise, if otherwise everybody can sing that song, God is with me, God is with me. But God is with me in a practical way only when you are holding the hand of Shrimat. Yes, so it's not like sing the song of your fortune and don't follow Shrimat, because, and that is a weakness, so you discard your weakness. That's not what it means. So Baba says, forget all those weaknesses that you thought about earlier, related to the body and attainments and acquisitions. Those weaknesses you forget, because those are some things you can't do anything about. If you are short in height, can you pull yourself and elongate yourself? No, the body is, it's short or tall, or it's fair or dark, or fat or thin, or you have a face structure or something, or you're male or female, and there are many children who will keep saying, if I had been born in a male body, it would have been better. Yes, so, or I want to be a male in the next birth because this world is so unfair to women, and this and that. So Baba says, no, those things you have to forget now. And then you have to sing the song of your fortune, that now you are with Baba, and Baba is teaching you the karma, and karma of thought, karma of feeling, karma of emotion, and karma of action, and karma of attitude. Yes, so Baba is teaching us every karma. Yes, Baba is teaching us the karma of thought, what to think, how much to think, how to feel. Baba says always good wishes, good feelings. Attitude of a soul, so soul conscious attitude. And Baba says actions also, I am telling you, sleeping, eating, connecting, interacting, everything I am teaching you. So Baba says pay attention to your karma. That is how Baba has taught us to create a fortune. It's not like just I am fortunate, so I am fortunate. No. And then Baba says that I make you the instruments to invoke the fortune of others. How do you become an instrument to invoke the fortune of others? By getting them closer to Baba. So, whether it's through your personality, through your words, or through the seva you do for the center. So, these are various ways to get every soul closer to Baba. So, Baba has opened centers which are constantly doing this seva, giving courses, classes to bring souls closer to Baba. So when you become a right hand for the center, and when you do it individually also, when you bring a soul closer to Baba by making them feel Baba's love and the power of Baba's knowledge through your personality, through your actions, through your words, that's how you awaken the fortune of others. Yes, and the catch in all of this is you do this sustainedly, consistently in the long term. So, seva is not a one-day thing. Yes, seva is a lifelong thing, right? So, all your life you have to be this sample, this example, this instrument, this right hand. And I think, in this Brahmin life, the most important thing is consistency, doing it consistently, right? So, in this Sangam Yug also, from the beginning until the end, if you can be virtuous, if you can behave knowledgefully, powerfully, and if you can support, Baba's yagya with your body, mind and wealth consistently, then you can become an instrument for, creating the fortune of Bharat. But what happens is, one day somebody is a sevadhari and after 1 month you don't see them. And after 6 months you see them, even talking negative about Baba. So why does that happen? That happens because when you become a sevadhari, you are signing up to become a Raja. Yes, when you are a sevadhari, you're preparing to become a king. And do you think becoming a king would be easy in Satyug? It's not going to be easy. So when you start becoming a king, then the biggest Maya comes from your own ego. Yes, the biggest Maya comes from your own ego. And this is why being a sevadhari consistently is a big purusharth, because you have to keep your ego down and your spirits high. And sometimes, and this, have you seen that exercise that many people ask you to do, that left brain, right brain coordination? So you just lift this thumb and put this down and then change it. All that exercise people are trying to make you do in this world. But I think, the biggest exercise is keep your ego down and put your spirit up. Because the moment you become high spirited, your ego also inflates. And then this exercise of keeping your ego down and spirits high is a very big balancing act. And second thing is not get caught up in the extra, this question mark. Why, what, when? So, when you are a sevadhari, you have to be very focused on what is it that you can help, what is it that you cannot do anything about. And just keep sorting that in your head, that no, this is something that nothing can be done about, so forget it. Just focus on what you can do something about. So these things, so if you are not very knowledgeful about Maya, then what Maya will do is, last Sunday's Murli Baba told us that there are two important ways in which Maya will make you, fall. One is waste thought, another is ego. So waste thoughts come: why, what, when, why me, yes, or why are they doing this to me? So these things, why will kill your spirit in seva. And then second thing is ego. So I'm doing everything. If I was not there, maybe the yagya would just collapse. I'm the one holding everything, doing everything. And then the second thing is, I'm not getting enough regard, I'm not getting enough recognition, I'm not getting enough respect for what I'm doing. So all of that is there. Yes. So Baba says this is why you can awaken the fortune of Bharat through seva, but that seva has to be done by keeping, these games of Maya in your mind, and by becoming Maya Jeet, when you, and I think, this, it has got a lot to do with uh, building humility in meditation. So when you sit in yoga every day, you must remember that this is Baba, and Baba is giving me everything which I am sharing. So this humility you have to build in meditation. And when you see yourself as an instrument and Baba as the Karan Karavanhar, then you will have the humility which will make you, be consistent on this journey of creating the fortune of Bharat. Okay, Om Shanti.